Hey guys, the Firebird is here. It's just me. My brother couldn't be here today because YouTube banned him from the platform because he's still a minor and therefore he must be protected at all costs. Like, God forbid the parents be responsible, am I right? Anyways, these are the jokes. Recently I uploaded a video talking about GRIMLOCK's power level. That video took me a long time to make, about 12 hours with the editing and the research and all. If you guys haven't watched it, links to me in the description down below and in the comments down below. Go check it out after this video. And apparently not a lot of people have gotten the notification for it or something because it's not doing that well. It's doing alright, but it could be doing better. Which is strange because for the Shockwave and Sentinel Prime video, it got a decent amount of support, but the GRIMLOCK video seems to be struggling a little. So I wanted to make another video talking about power levels, but I didn't feel like doing a lot of, hardcore research because I'm pretty drained from the GRIMLOCK video. Seriously, I'm not kidding when I say that's one of the longest videos it took me to complete. So for this video, I decided to let a reliable source do the research for me in a simple and understandable way. Hasbro! Because we all know that Hasbro is a company that is well known for its consistency, its great decisions, and its top of the line and totally not repetitive merchandise. So yeah, now you probably all know that back in the days from 2007 to Dark of the Moon, when Hasbro made Transformers toys, they will often give us in the back of the toy a bio of the character and a couple of stats for him, like they will tell us his strength, his intelligence, his speed, endurance, and so on. Now, I thought it would be fun to look at what Hasbro thinks are the strongest characters in the Transformers franchise, based on the stats they assign for them. Now, there are a lot, and when I mean a lot, I really do mean a lot of Transformers toys with stats. For this video, I'm just going to be looking at the Transformers that appeared in the movies and received toys. So characters like Air Raid, Vortex, Depth Charge, Springer are out of the question. If this video gets enough support, I will do a follow-up video talking about characters that, don't appear in the movie and got toys and compare them to the characters on this list. But for this video, I'm gonna be looking at both Autobots and Decepticons from 2007 to Dark of the Moon. And the reason why I'm only looking at characters from that movie range is because for Age of Extinction and The Last Night, for whatever reason, Hasbro stopped giving us, character specs. So for Age of Extinction and The Last Night characters, I will have to, guess and assign a character's respective stats. Kind of like what I do in the Power Level series. Seriously, go check that out after you're done here. Now, the way this works is that each character has assigned stat to them. I'm gonna do this Pokemon style in which I don't say, I'm gonna, count weakest to strongest in terms of strength, in terms of endurance. I'm only gonna take into account the strength, intelligence, and speed stat, and everything else is just ignore. I'm gonna look at a character's stats. I'm gonna add them all up, and that's gonna place their ranking on this list. How many points do they have in their stats in total? I'm not like going by who's the strongest, who's the more intelligent, who has the fastest speed. I'm not gonna be measuring it by that. Otherwise this list will be more complicated. So yeah, now that you're all set, let's begin. So, and before we begin, I want you guys to go to the comments right now and I want you guys to tell me who do you think is gonna be the strongest Transformers in this list. I bet that 80% of you are gonna be wrong. I bet you that. And disclaimer, because I know this list is gonna trigger some people because I'm just a messenger, okay? Hasbro came up with this. Don't get mad at me. Hasbro did it, okay? Okay? Now, starting with the very bottom, this should surprise no one. And we got Wheelie. Look at those stats. They're atrocious. But surprisingly enough, Hasbro gave Wheelie an endurance of 9. That's like me saying on the Power Level series that the Revenge of the Fallen Wheelie is more durable than GRIMLOCK. GRIMLOCK! We're already starting off with plenty of BS. Now, the next one on the list is the point where fanboys and fangirls all over the world start raising their pitchforks at Hasbro. Number 2 is Sideways. I know, right, guys, contain your anger. Like, Sideways is probably one of the strongest characters in the movie universe. Everyone knows this, but Hasbro gave him a total base stat of 37. That's not too far off Wheelie, and he's the second weakest character in the movies? What? You gotta be kidding me. I'm calling BS on this. Although to Hasbro's credit, they did got his speed and intelligence right, but still, we all know that most of the stats here should be either at 8 or at 10. Next up, we got Mudflap. Yes! Mudflap is stronger than Sideways. I don't believe that for a second. He has a total base stat of 39. And Skid also has a base stat of 39 too. But something that I found really interesting is that Hasbro actually thinks that Skids is smarter than Mudflap. And due to the way some of Skids' stats are distributed, it seems to imply that Hasbro thinks Skids is overall more powerful than Mudflap, if albeit by a slight margin. Guys, tell me in the comments down below, who do you think is stronger, Skids and Mudflap? I'm actually kinda curious to see what you guys think. Next up, we got Laserbeak. Yes, with a total base stat of 41, Laserbeak is stronger than the twins. Apparently so. I'm not sure if I believe that, but I mean, the twins are stupid, so maybe. Although this also portrays Laserbeak as having an intelligence of 2, even though in the movie he was shown to be quite smart when it came to intimidating humans. But hey, I bet Hasbro doesn't even read their own scripts. Next up we got Rampage, and he's okay, I guess. I guess this is sort of accurate. I don't know. I don't remember much about Rampage. After Rampage, we have Scapple. With a total base stat of 44. Higher than the twins, higher than Sideways, higher than Rampage, and higher than Laserbeak. This is ridiculous. I mean, he mostly gets this high stat because of his intelligence, his rank, and skill. But still, am I the only one who finds this incredibly unfair? After Scapple, we got Barricade. And yes, this is the point where people start like getting angry. Because while Barricade does have a pretty good strength, intelligence, and speed stat, his rank, courage, fire blast, and skill are pretty low. And keep in mind, there's a lot of movie characters. So Barricade is still on the bottom tier of things. And my boy deserves better. And next up we got Longhaul, and yes, he ties with Barricade on the low tier, which, yeah, this hurts me too. His strength stuff is a 9, which puts him at prime level, surprisingly enough. But apparently Hasbro thinks that he's one of those characters that's just big and stupid, because the rest of his, more tactical stats are ridiculously low. After that we got Hatchet, and in case you forgot who Hatchet is, he's the third threat that got killed by Mirage. I mean, we never got to see much of him in the movie, so I can't really, get too mad at Hasbro for their stats. For all we know, he could really be stronger than Barricade, but it's still up for debate. Next up we got Mirage. By 1 point he beats Hatchet. Now shockingly enough, Mirage has a really low strength stat, a really low endurance stat. He has an even lower endurance stat than the RC Sisters. The RC Sisters! The rest I guess is pretty alright, but sure Hasbro, sure. Next up we got Brawl, tying up with Mirage. That one really durable Decepticon from the first movie who took 3 Autobots, a lot of human boys, and Bumblebee to take him down. Yes, he has high endurance, but his intelligence is mediocre. His rank is meh. Fire Blast is actually surprisingly really good, even though I don't think he ever killed anyone visually. I did a video about that, by the way. How many people died in the Battle of Mission City? I don't think he killed a single human. And his skill is 3. I feel like Brawl should be higher on the list, but whatever. Now we're starting to go into the mid to low tier ranking. Next up we got Jolt with a total of 50 base stats, which Jolt being stronger than Barricade, Laserbeak, Longhaul, Brawl, not sure if I believe that. Although the comics did make him look good with his, electrical whips, him being this high is questionable for me. Really questionable, but whatever. He's one of those characters that was left ambiguous. Next up we got Mixmaster with a total base stat of 51. Not bad, not bad. I think I kind of agree with that. I could see that, I can see that. Next up we got Leftfoot. Now Leftfoot, don't get me if I'm wrong, but he's the supposed leader of the rankers, and he's in this tier. I want you guys to tell me down below, in the comments down below, who do you think is the strongest ranker? I'm really curious to see how many of you actually get that right. But his intelligence is mediocre, even though in Hasbro's official bio it says that him and Ironhide actually made weapons for the Autobots. Now, guys, I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure if you're gonna design weapon schematics and, you know, weapons of mass destruction, you need to have a high intelligence. Like, it's an oxymoron here. How can this guy be designing weapons of mass destruction for the Autobots and the humans, but has a low intelligence? How does that make any sense? Then we got Bumblebee, who matches up with Leftfoot. And honestly, the weirdest thing about Bumblebee here is that his stats are not all 10, because, you know, Bumblebee has plot armor, and we all know that's the most powerful weapon in existence. Now, beating Bumblebee by 1 point is Sideswipe. I think his stats are pretty alright. Honestly, if you came to me and you showed me these stats for him, I would be like, yeah, I think this fits him pretty well. So Sideswipe is one of those ones that I would say, good job, Hasbro. You did good. You did good. Now, above Sideswipe by 2 extra points, we have RC. Now, RC has a strength of 8. You know, tiny motorcycle. A strength of 8. Sure, why not? Her speed is 8. Her endurance is 5. Now, if you remember, Mirage had an endurance of 3. This means that RC is more durable than Mirage. So, remember Egypt when RC got shot and we never saw her again? Well, imagine the same thing happening to Mirage. He would just explode because he's apparently way weaker than her. Her courage is 7, her fire blast is 7, which I'm not too sure about that. There's only so much firepower you can pack on a tiny pistol. Actually, I take it back. Age of Extinction proved me wrong. Now, by this point, we're pretty much on the mid tier, the mid-level tier. Being on the same, you know, level as RC is Bone Crusher. He has a strength of 9, intelligence of 5, speed of 10. I feel like his speed should be a little higher, but it says that his endurance is 10, and I'm not sure if I buy that considering that he got his eyes popped out and then Optimus Prime decapitated him. Yeah, I'm not sure if I believe that. Although the courage, skill, and rank, I think that's fine. Now, still being in the total beast of the 55, we got Blackout. Apparently, Blackout and Bone Crusher are stronger than Brawl, by a large margin. Which, it's pretty weird for me because I always picture Brawl being the stronger out of the first movie Decepticons with the exception of Megatron and Starscream. Now, Blackout here has a speed of 8, which he's giant for a start, so in run mode he shouldn't move that fast, and in vehicle mode he's a helicopter, and helicopters don't move that fast in comparison to jets. But whatever, it's Hasbro. His fire blast is 9, which I do agree with. But with the exception of his speed, not sure if I agree with Hasbro's estimates. Next up we got Jetfire, also being in 55. A strength of 8, intelligence of 8, speed 9, he's a jet so understandable. He has an endurance of 4. So RC is more durable than a Transformer who transforms into a giant Blackbird. Think about that for a second, and when I mean Blackbird, I don't mean an actual Blackbird, I mean the jet Blackbird. It also says that his fire blast is 9. We never saw him use a, you know, firearm in the movie, so it's kinda hard to tell if this is accurate. Next up we got my boy Ironhide, and I bet now tons of you guys are getting really mad in the comments down below that Ironhide is not in the high up tier. He's actually a mid tier character. He has a strength of 7, which I guess he did need the Bumblebee's help to lift that boss in Transformers 2007, so it's fine. He has an intelligence of 6. Now, Ironhide is the weapons expert, so if you're gonna be the weapons expert, I think you should have some kind of, you know, knowledge on weapons. So him not being that smart, it's really putting me off. He has an endurance of 9, which I think it's fine. He has a courage of 9. He has a fire blast of 6! Ironhide, the guy whose sole gimmick is using weapons and being the weapons expert of the team, has a fire blast weaker than Jetfire, than RC, than Leftfoot, then, well, it's on par with Jolt, but you get the picture. Ironhide, my boy, they did you dirty. Next up we got Topspin, still being on the 55 total base stat tier. Strength of 8, intelligence 4, speed 8, endurance 10. His stats are alright, but he has an endurance of 10? That's actually weird. Wow, Topspin is actually pretty durable. But again, he's one of those characters that and he has a higher fire blast. than Ironhide. Because of course he does! Now, this is gonna shock you. Next up we got Ravage, still being on the 55 total base stats here. Yeah, not only does he beat Bumblebee by quite a small margin, but he also beats Sideways, Barricade, and a bunch of others. It says he has an intelligence of 9, a speed of 7, endurance of 7. My ass. This guy, Hasbro, I just can't, man. Like, how am I supposed to take this seriously? An endurance of 7? He's so ridiculously small, and he has a higher endurance than most Autobots and cons I mentioned up to this point. Are you kidding me? Let's move on before I lose my marbles. Next up we got Ratchet. A strength of 4, he's not that strong. Intelligence 9 makes sense. Endurance of 9. I did cover this in my previous, coverage of the 2007 movie Autobot tier list. And the reason why he has such a high endurance is because he's a team medic. He can heal himself and repair the damage. So I'm okay with that. So Ratchet being this high, it's fine for me. After Ratchet we got Devastator, who beats with a 56 total base stat. He has a strength of 10, intelligence of 2, endurance 10, courage 10, fire blast 10, which I'm guessing you can count the whole, vacuum cleaner thing as a fire blast. If you're going that way, then I agree with you. But yeah, Devastator is actually pretty strong. It's just that he has low intelligence and a low scale and speed. Overall, if you were to go against most of the Transformers I mentioned on this list, like, people probably beat them. Probably. Except for number 1, because number 1 is unbeatable. He's the biggest Mary Sue ever. Next up we have Chromia. And yes guys, I actually managed to find stats for the RC sisters, which was which it was somewhat troubling to find at first. She has a strength of 7, intelligence 7, speed 8, endurance 6, courage 9, fire plus 8. Every time I see an Autobot that's way smaller than Ironhide or way weaker than Ironhide having a higher fire blast than him, I die a little inside. But yeah, I'm actually surprised that they showed as much love for Chromia, giving her this amazing stats. And also, before you guys say, I think RC should be stronger than Chromia and Lethal 1. Well, RC is the younger sister in the movie universe, so, I'm guessing it's fine, Next up, we got Jazz. Now, I think Jazz's stats are actually pretty okay. I think they're probably really accurate. The 2007 Transformers cast was probably one of the most accurate set of characters to get their, stat placements for. Because in Revenge of the Fallen and Arc of the Moon, we really go off the deep end, and you guys will see that soon. Next up we got Crankcase. He's fine, we never saw much of him, so I can't really say too much. Next up we got Grinder, and yes, Hasbro officially confirms Grinder is stronger than Blackout. He has a strength of 9, intelligence of 8, endurance 6, courage 9, fire blast 7. I'm not too surprised now that I think about it, because Grinder is way taller than Blackout, so... Now, with a total base stat of 59, and we're now in the big leagues, this is the high tiers, we got Soundwave. He has a strength of 4, and now what's funny about that is that this implies that Ravage has a higher strength stat than Soundwave. Ravage! And Laserbeak is only 1 point behind Soundwave. If that's not comical, I don't know what is. And he also has a Fire Blast of 9. So many Ironhide fans are dying on the inside right now. But the reason why Soundwave is so high is mostly because of his intelligence and his rank. After that, we have Wheeljack, also in the 59 base stats. Also in the 59 base stats here. He's mostly here because of his intelligence, and he's surprisingly fast for an old man. It's a shame we never saw him in combat, but apparently Hasbro thinks that he's, pretty useful. After Wheeljack, we got Starscream with a total base stat of 59. The highest thing about Starscream will be his speed, his rank, fire blast, and scale. And strength, of course. Intelligence and courage are pretty low, but again, Starscream was kind of a joke in the Michael Bay movie, so understandable. Now, for the strongest record, you guys probably already figured it out, Roadbuster. Now, Roadbuster has a strength of 8, speed of 8, endurance of 9, Roadbuster, a courage of 9, fire blast of 6, so in par with Ironhide, and a skill of 5. I'm actually shocked that Roadbuster is, probably the strongest record by default. I think his stats are definitely way better than the other ones. Now, this is the OP slash, really high tier. Now, we got Elite 1. Yes, with a total base stat of 61. It would have been fun if it was 69, but whatever. She has an intelligence of 8, a speed of 9, endurance of 5. Still stronger than Mirage! Oh my god! She's more durable than Mirage, guys! A tiny motorcycle is more durable than Mirage. Can we get some Mirage memes on our Discord server for anyone who's made to this point? Please, I'm begging you. She has a fire plus of 8. Can we also get some salty Ironhide memes in the Discord? Discord link is gonna be in the description down below and in the comments down below. Please guys, I'm begging you. Ironhide and Mirage memes, make it happen. If this was going off by the comics, which Hasbro, I don't think they consider the comics to be canon, I would say that this stat placement for her, it sort of fits her because in the comics, Elite 1 actually plays a very big role in the story, and she's actually probably one of my favorite Bayverse characters, in the comics at least. In the movies, we don't see her do anything, so it's really hard to take this seriously, especially when she gets one-shot by a Decepticon. Now, with a total base stat of 63, we got Shockwave. He has high intelligence, which, I mean, I don't believe that for a second. The guy was taken down because a human basically put a blanket in his eye, and he like struggled to get it out. So I don't believe that for a second. Although his fire blast, I think it does make sense, and everything else I guess is fine. Now, with a total base stat of 75, we got the man, the myth, the legend. Can we get a drum roll, please? Sentinel Prime! Okay, so he has 10 in pretty much everything except with courage and skill. I guess this was Hasbro's solo hand at telling us that he was actually the villain. With a total base stat of 76, we got Optimus Prime. He has a 10 in everything except speed, which, I mean, I get why Hasbro's giving, pure 10s to the major Autobot and Decepticon figures. It's a bit unrealistic, don't you think? Now, what's really curious here is that Dark of the Moon Megatron actually beats Optimus by 2 points. He has a 10 in every stat except for courage and skill. And I'm not sure if I believe that considering how easily Optimus Prime killed Megatron in Dark of the Moon, but hey, Hasbro's strong. And now, for the strongest character in the Bayverse, according to Hasbro, our Lord and Savior, the Chosen One. The one who's supposed to destroy the wrong franchise. And it's the one, the only, the Fallen. Now you guys might be wondering, okay, so what are his stats? Is he ranking pure 10s in all of his stats? In all of his categories? Now, no he's not. Well, you see, Hasbro couldn't just give this character a 10, pure 10, stat placement for him. They couldn't just do that, no. They had to make it painfully clear to you. They had to nail it in your face that this is the big bad. That this is the character that no one can beat. That he's unbeatable despite getting killed in the movie. The Fallen's total base stat is not 79, it's not 80, hell, it's not even 100. Guess what? Give up? Okay. The Fallen's total base stat is infinite. I wish I was making this up. He has infinite strength, infinite endurance, and infinite fire blast. And the rest of his stats are a solid 10. Think about it for a second. When you use the word infinite, it means never stopping. It just grows and never stops. So this guy just went beyond. No, he didn't just went beyond the, the power ceiling. He broke it, shattered it. He broke the ceiling of the house going from 1 to 10 and made it all the way to another galaxy. That's what we're talking about here. And he has infinite strength, he could easily one-punch everyone. Hell, the Fallen is the one-punch man. And he's unkillable. Apparently he has infinite endurance, so what's the point of, Optimus Prime fusing with Jetfire to beat him if the Fallen is just infinite? Or maybe that means that Optimus Prime combined with Jetfire is unbeatable. Maybe that's what they're trying to imply here. Huh. Yeah, Hasbro definitely dropped the ball with the Fallen. Apparently the Fallen is, by default, the most powerful character according to Hasbro. As strange and stupid as that is, but hey, I wasn't the one who wrote this stuff. But anyways guys, that's it for this video. Shoutouts goes to our patrons, Marais Prime, iPulse Fate, Mario Gordon, Predaking Hunter Plays, Mr. Baby Duke, and the absolute madman himself, Jordan the Great, who donated $100. Thanks for your support guys. Make sure to go check out their channels, links in the description down below, and if you guys want to shout out yourself, all you have to do is donate to my Patreon. By donating to my Patreon, you get quite a few rewards. You can get a shout out to your channel, you can request your own videos, you can collab with me in some of my videos if you choose to. You get a special role on my Discord server. You can also get early access to my videos and stuff like that. There's plenty of rewards to choose from and it's entirely optional. It sounds like a pretty good deal, right? But keep in mind, this is entirely optional since freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Thank you guys for donating, it's much appreciated. So yeah, thanks a lot guys. That's the official Hasbro tier list. I'm gonna see so many salty people in the comments down below. I can guarantee you that. And you probably will too. And guys, for those who are on our Discord server or are planning to join our Discord server, please make those memes into reality. I beg you, it's gonna be hilarious. But yeah guys, that's the end of this video. Make sure to go check out the GRIMLOCK video. I put a lot of effort into it and I actually care, okay? I actually care and I actually gave GRIMLOCK fair stats. I didn't give him a pure 10, 10, 10 infinite because I think GRIMLOCK is so cool and I want people to buy his toys. I was very fair, calculated, I did tons of research and you get the picture. I did Hasbro's job better than Hasbro did. Same goes for Sentinel Prime. But yeah, that's it for this video guys. Hopefully you'll enjoy and have a good laugh at this or got very frustrated, who knows. I want to give a small shout out to Osiris Ram 010 who boosted our Discord server again. So it's much appreciated man. Thanks for doing that. It's, you know, it's very kind of you. But anyways guys, that's it for this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you'll excuse me, I have to go to the corner and cry with my Ironhide figure in hand. I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.